What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall market, and break down what's going on with the economic calendar moving forward. Talk about other factors following the way the market is moving, what you should be watching for as time progresses. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention 8.1% APY. The offer ends in just 5 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So looking at SPY, we're holding our EMAs very, very nicely. The 20 EMA held as things trying to push in the upwards direction. But the question is, can we break some key resistance? So what are the main levels to watch for? So I just want to say that for today, it is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. At 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have new home sales coming out, which is very minor, might cause some volatility, but nothing too crazy. Then at 11:30 a.m., we have the 17-week bill auction, followed by some note auctions at 1 p.m. Look for some volatility at these times. None of this data is that significant, so it's not like as crazy as like a CPI report or FOMC, but there might be a little bit of volatility when these data releases come out. Besides that, there's not really much else. I do want to talk about Tesla. We're getting a lot of very positive analyst remarks as they're approaching deliveries in about a week from now. This is very, very big news. Piper Sandler is saying Tesla could run to $310 a share. They also have a deliveries target of 459,000. There's also other analysts out there talking about why they're very bullish on Tesla, at least approaching deliveries. That's been coming out for today. The market's very elevated right now, and we're still at these very, very high levels. We were seeing Nvda leading the way up with news that Jensen Huang may be done with selling his shares. Besides that, consumer confidence is down. This is dropping because of the fact that Americans are concerned about inflation, jobs, and the economy, according to reports. That's why consumer confidence is below expectations. Besides that, I'm not really seeing anything else that's too crazy, at least on the news. But I do want to talk about the charts, at least from this point. So, with nothing else that's too crazy on the news, I think that right now we are technically more bullish on SPY in terms of our direction, but we're also choppy this pre-market session. So look at this 570.8 area as our first support, and then 570 below that. If that fails us, we could be dipping closer to the 568 area. If we lose the 568, we turn even more bearish for 566. And so far, we're holding support. The last time we had 568, we did actually bounce off that. We have resistance to watch for at 572, followed by 572.8. That's the all-time high. If SPY breaks the all-time high, we're looking for 574 to 575. I know the levels are kind of tight right now, but that's because SPY is very choppy at the all-time high. So if we break 572 to 572.8, we remain more bullish. If we lose 570, look for 568 around that range to be tested. And if 568 fails us, we turn more bearish. Hopefully that's as simple as possible. Right now, I think we're going to be kind of range bound, but I still think there is potential for us to go a little bit higher. We could be looking for an attempt for 572, then some consolidation up here, but it may still try to go in the upwards direction. For ES, we look more bullish. We're looking at 5,800 as a resistance, and we have support at 5,780. If we lose 57.71, we could be dipping back down towards 57.50. But overall, we remain more bullish for the 5,800 area. There is a strong possibility this tries to push higher for 5,800, and we'll see how things go from here. Overall, we're doing a pretty good job. For other factors out there, we have Nvda, which is breaking out right now. It looks more bullish compared to the market. We have 122 to 122.8 as resistance. Break those areas, and we're going to likely go up to about 125, a little bit under that. If we were to lose 120, we're looking for 118 again. But overall, Nvda has an inverse head and shoulders and it remains more bullish. For others out there like Bitcoin, it's dipping a bit towards this 20 EMA at 63,557. If that fails us, we're looking for about the 62,750 area. And we have this resistance around 64,000. So I think this could dip a bit and rebound and continue to remain range bound between 62,500 and 64,500, going back and forth and back and forth. I think we will most likely remain range bound and we'll see how things go from here. So be very, very patient. For other factors out there, we also have Tesla. Tesla is looking a little bit weaker right now. We have this a little bit of a dip coming, at least during the pre-market session, but it's not bad whatsoever. We're still ultimately going to be range bound. So if we don't hold at 252, we're looking for 250. we'll see if 250 to 249 holds us up. If we don't hold that, I think we could go all the way down to 246, but it's not that bad. Once again, guys, Tesla's going to be fine approaching its deliveries. We have resistance at 255, followed by 257. My gut tells me we tip a little bit towards 250, then we rebound back up to 255 and just continue to remain range bound. So give this the time it needs. For NQ, we're range bound. We have 20,000 support and 20,200 is resistance. I think that as for range bound, it's possible we try to push a little bit higher for these next targets towards 20,400. We're holding our 20 EMA right now, so we're looking at 20,200 as resistance. If this breaks, we push higher. So far, there is potential in this. For the QQQ, we're also range bound. We have 485 as our resistance. We'll see if we fill this gap up above, and if that breaks, we're looking for a bigger push for 488. If we end up losing support, we're looking for a dip back down towards 482. We're also holding our 20 EMA very nicely, so I think that this could try to push a little bit higher as the QQQ is holding its support. So 487 becomes a potential target, and we're doing a good job so far. For Amzon's kind of downtrending right over here. We have this resistance around 225.8, and then 224 is our support. I think we could be dipping to 224, if not 222. I'm sorry, not Amazon, Aapl. I think I said Amazon. I meant Aapl. We're looking at 224 to 222 as our support zone. Could dip a little bit more before it tries to rebound. It's not really that bad. It's still holding its key support, so it's going to be completely fine. For the IWM, we have support at 220. If that fails us, we're looking for 218. We have resistance around 222. This might dip a little bit to 220 flat, and we'll see if that holds. It could try to rebound off of that. It's very tight right now, so we're giving it some time to develop. For Amazon, we're completely stuck right now, trending sideways. We're holding our 20 EMA, so this has potential to go higher. We're looking at 192.5 as support. If that fails us, we dip all the way down to these lows. And as long as we hold that, we could be trying to push for 195. I think it's range bound right now, but it still has some upside potential. Meta is also kind of like dipping a bit. We're looking at support at 557 and 560. And we have this resistance at 565, not to mention this 570 area. So we're just range bound right now. We could dip a little bit lower before it tries to rebound. So watch and see how this ends up developing. We could be testing 560 before anything else. We basically have 428 as support, followed by 432 as resistance. I think we're range bound for now, and we'll see how things end up going. For Google is also range bound. We have 165 as resistance and 163 is our support. I think we likely remain range bound, but there is a head and shoulders forming on Google. If we lose 162, we're looking for a bigger dump. If we break 165, we remain more bullish. I think there's a head and shoulders, so be very patient with the way Google is developing, and we will see if we end up breaking or not. With that being said, I wanted to just say I appreciate you guys so much for listening. Please have a great day. The market is technically a little bit more bullish as we're holding our key supports. As long as SPY does not lose 5, 6, 8, we remain more bullish, so we'll see how things end up going. I want to thank you all for listening. Please have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon in a couple of hours for another update. Thanks again, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. The market's holding up very well, and peace out.